It's time for the Q&A answers video, today on the DVD reviews. Welcome back, guys. So let's get right into the answers. The first questions was by the Bangor Bob, or Adam. So the first question, he says, is, do you play video games? Well, I haven't played a video game for quite a while now, but I have. The last one I played was the first half of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. For the PC. I played it, but I never really got to the end of the game, so I'm gonna have to start playing that one again at some point. I do want to get the Ghostbusters video game for PC because that's the only type of computer I've got. So yeah, and in May of this year, there's another game that's coming out called Duke Nukem Forever. As I played the original Duke Nukem 3D many years ago. I also got the X-Files PC game, which was brought out in '96, I think it was. I still got that one. I also have Grim Fandango. It's like an adventure game where you can like do different puzzles and stuff, and there's a story to it as well. And I also have another game called Ripper, starring some great known movie actors like Christopher Walken and I have to do a separate video game and show you all my games in a separate video, but I'll tell you more about that in a later video. Question 2 is, what is your favourite TV show? Do you watch the soaps? I don't personally watch the soaps myself, unless if there's a good story on, like the Coronation Street tram crash, which I watched that. Apart from that, my favourite TV show is Doctor Who. I loved the Christopher Eccleston series, and when he became David Tennant, and then when he transformed to Matt Smith, I didn't like it that much because David Tennant was my Doctor. But it's still okay. I still collect the DVDs, and I still think it's a very good show. But yeah, I think it's gone downhill a little bit since David Tennant left because he was the best. TV show. What's your favourite horror and comedy film? Favourite horror film? There's a lot of them, to be honest with you, but if I had to choose just one, I'd say Wes Craven's New Nightmare, the 7th film of A Nightmare on Elm Street. That was one of my favourites. And my favourite comedy film, I have to say that one is White Chicks with the Wayans brothers. Absolutely funny movie. It's about two FBI agents that go deep undercover as two white females to solve a case, and that's a really funny film, and I enjoyed that one. And Why Are You So Cool? I don't know. I guess it comes naturally, So the next set of questions, or the next one question, is from somebody called Bramwell Collins. Is that right? Have I pronounced that right? Have you ever seen the 60s TV show Dark Shadows? It's old, but it's really good. The entire series is out on DVD, but there's over 20 DVDs, about 1,500 episodes. I've never heard about this show, mate, I'm sorry. Next set of questions is from Lotso Lily. Who is your favourite actor? Out of the top of my head at the minute, I can just say Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters. Or, that's all I know of actors at the minute. Yeah, favourite actors. Yeah, Dan Aykroyd. Who is your favourite actresses? Well, I have two favourite actresses, and he was in the Ginger Snaps trilogy about werewolves. The two actresses, that played sisters in the films, and that's Emily Perkins and Catherine Isabel. Two very good actresses, so they're my favourites. I had to say two because it's hard to choose between the two, so yeah. What do you do? What do you like to do when not watching movies? I like to see my nieces, two very nice, my beautiful nieces. One is just come up to 2 years old, and the other is 5. I think that's their age now. Can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, and also what was the other question? When you're not watching movies, I was a college student, but my course finished, and it's been hard to get back into getting another college course. So I've not been going to college, but I've just sort of helped my mum out, looking after my nieces with my sister, which is their mums like working and that, and their dad is working as well. So we're like the babysitters. So it's like I'm there. I'm calling my mum as their nanny. So that's cool. If you had to make another YouTube account, what would it be about? Ooh, I don't know. If I did make one, you'd be the first to know about it. But I have no idea on the top of my head at the minute. So the next set of questions from the Flick Pick. You say, what do you do for a living? Well, as I said in the previous answer, I was going to college, but I stopped, so I haven't been able to get another college course yet. So I've just been helping my mum out with looking after my nieces and stuff. So that's my living at the moment. What do you do for fun? Just like basically watching YouTube videos, making videos like I am now, talking about favourite films. That's what I like to do about fun. You know, I just like to do videos for YouTube, and I just watch movies, watch TV shows, and that's what I basically do for fun. You know. What do you do? If you could visit one place in America, where would it be? Well, I've been to America quite a few times, and the last time I went, it was my brother's wedding, as he lives over there. But before we went over to my brother, who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, we went to Universal Studios in LA, which was very cool, and we went around the studios, and that was a whole lot of fun. But my most other favourite place to visit would be New York City, because it's the location of where the Ghostbusters firehouse is and stuff, and I'd really like to visit and see that and where it was filmed and stuff. What made you start making videos? Well, because I'm a fan of DVDs, I like lending a lot of my films out to my brother-in-law and my sister, and I created this website where they can borrow DVDs off me, and I had this little section that I wanted to do like video reviews, and the only way of being able to do that was to create a YouTube account and embed the videos from the channel to my website. And so my main YouTube page, it evolved a lot. So it's not just for my website now, it's also for just like, you know, doing DVD reviews and doing updates of my DVD collection. So it's evolved a lot. So it meant to be just for my website, but now it's just become for just doing like swaps with other YouTubers and just stuff like that. So it's become a great community thing to do, because I love doing the updates and I love talking about films and TV shows. So yeah. Yeah. So Jay Sara, is that Jay Sari? So have I got to pronounce your name? Say, do you enjoy reading? If so, what kind of books? Are you a fan of any authors? Do you enjoy graphic novels or comics? When I was a kid, I always used to love collecting the real Ghostbusters comics, because I always used to love watching the cartoons, which I've still got on the complete collection DVD box set. So yeah, I used to have the comics of that. I don't have many books. I'm not a very big reader. But the only one book that I have in my collection is Salem's Lot by Stephen King. I love that book. I got it from the library quite a bit. And I've just recently bought the book. But the funny thing is, since I bought it, I haven't read it again since. So, hopefully I will do in the future. But that's the only book I sort of like. So, and it ties in with the movies as well. And the movies are great. Have you heard of, this is by the new DVD Moon Knight. Have you heard of or seen the Studio Gilby or Gilliby? I don't know if I pronounced that right. Movies like Spirited Away, the anime film that won the Oscar for Best Animated Film in 2002. No, I've never heard of that one, I'm sorry to say. Dark Knight, is that DARKN1GHTX? I pronounce that as Dark Knight because that's what it looks like to me. Your first question was, what do you do for a living outside of YouTube on your spare time? Well, as I say, I was a student, but I haven't been able to get a college course back yet, so I just help my mum look after my nieces while my sister works. Apart from that, I do like using YouTube, and apart from that, I just love watching movies and television shows. So yeah. What's your favourite superhero and superhero movie, and why? Superman. That's really cool. I have I can't say why I like it. I just do. It's just one of those movies I watched when I was younger, and it's just stuck with me. Excuse me. When I knew about the complete collection tin with all Superman movies in, the first four, and Superman Returns, with a whole lot of special features, I just thought I'd get that because I like those films. But I also like Spider-Man as well. The 3 Spider-Man films. I've got the first one on VHS and the last 2 on DVD. But I honestly can't say why I like them. But they're really cool films and they're really good, superheroes. Absolute Sublime 1. Jay says, what is your favourite TV show? Doctor Who. What is your favourite horror movie? At the minute, I think I'd have to say Vampires Out for Blood. I've actually been meaning to watch it again quite recently, but I've been watching other stuff, and I've been watching my complete film series of the Superman tins. I haven't been watching much horror films lately, but I hope to soon, because it's one of my favourite horror films, until I get some more in as well, and then something else might become my favourite. But for now, it's going to have to be Vampires Out for Blood. But if you want to know like a synopsis of that, visit IMDb. Alright, so yeah. I'll be doing a review of this Vampires Out for Blood movie at a later time, but for now I just... it's hard to get to, so... but yeah, if you want to know more about it, just type up the title and then on IMDb and then read about it there. It's a really cool film, and I totally recommend it. What is one thing you are looking forward to doing this year? I have no idea. I'm so sorry to say this, mate, but no, I don't know. Sorry, but I can answer this one. Most anticipated movie to watch this year. Well, I've wanted to see the new one, Paul, about an alien, and it also stars Simon Pegg and Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. I hope to see that one soon with my mum, or something. So I really look forward to seeing that movie. And it also says thumbs up, so thank you for the thumbs up, Jay. So yeah, up next we have Super Cinema, and he says, what is your all-time favourite film? All-time favourite film, it would have to be Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 1, that is, because it was brought out in the summer of '84, which is the year I was born into, so that's why it's going to have to be my all-time favourite film, because for the reason it's the same age as I am, so that's the reason for that. All-time film. How many DVDs do you have? How many DVDs do you own? Take a guess if you don't know. I have exactly 125 in my collection at the minute, and every time I do a trade or have a gift through a YouTuber, or if I buy a brand new DVD on eBay or something, the collection is always growing, but the current amount in my collection is 125. I counted that before doing this video, so I thought I'd tell you the exact amount. Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars, I'd have to say. I'm not really a Trekkie fan. What is the worst movie you've ever seen? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say Paranormal Activity. Basically just because it was all done by a camcorder, and I never really wanted to see the second one either, because I didn't like the first one much. I saw it in the cinema with my brother-in-law, and I didn't like it much, so I'm not into the first one, and that's why I haven't seen the second one. Which is your best love edition out of your entire collection? Well, at the moment it's going to have to be the Doctor Who, the complete 5th series or season, because it's a steel book and it's got like 6 little art cards in, so that's my most loved DVD in my collection at the minute. So yeah, next one we have is from Got Horror. Let me see the last one. Yeah, Got Horror. And you say, are you a gamer on Xbox 360 Live? And if so, what game do you play online? No, I don't have Xbox, and I don't play any games online, so sorry to disappoint you there. Last week I lost $20. Do you know where it is? No, I don't. Sorry to say. This is JK, you're joking, okay then. And I think it's the last question. Yeah, by September Blue UK. And you say quite a few questions here. 7 to be honest, so that's cool. Okay, number 1 says, do you like cats or dogs? I like dogs. We had a pet dog, a small Cavalier King Charles Spaniel called Sam, but quite a while ago we had to have him put down because he got quite ill. And then quite recently my sister had an old English sheepdog called Barney, and he had to be put to sleep as well because he got quite ill, and that was like a whole lot of, like a big gap during the 2 dogs and that, but yeah, they just both got ill, and so they eventually had to be put down. It was sad for my sister because we looked after Barney, the old English sheepdog, quite a bit, but eventually he had to be put down because you know, they weren't, their health got quite bad, so yeah. If you could meet someone famous, who would it be? David Tennant, the 10th Doctor in Doctor Who. I'd like to meet him. Yeah, David Tennant. Number 3. What movie do you hate the most? As I previously said on another question, it would have been a Paranormal Activity. Yeah. Question 4. What country would you like to visit the most? As previously said, I went to America, so that would be, different states in America would be brilliant. Question 5 from September Blue UK says, fave Disney film. I don't really have a favourite Disney film, but on the Pirates of the Caribbean films I've got, the trilogy, the 3 of them, it says that's a Disney movie, so I'd say the Pirates of the Caribbean films, if it comes under a Disney DVD, which it does on my DVDs anyway. So I'd say Pirates of the Caribbean, and also Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, because it says that's a Disney DVD as well. If it's not, I'm sorry. Do you like graphic novels or comics? Not really graphic novels, but I do like comics. As I said to somebody else, I liked collecting the real Ghostbusters comic books when I was younger. Yeah. Question 7. If you could be a superhero, which hero would you be and why? I really don't know. It'd have to be out of 2, either Spider-Man or Superman. Spider-Man for being able to crawl up walls and stuff. Superman because he can fly. Yes, but I can't choose one. It's impossible. But it's been fun doing this Q&A. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you haven't managed to ask your question on this edition of my Q&A, I'll probably do another one at some point. But for now, thank you for all your questions. And it's been I've had about 11 questions altogether, so it's been really good. And thank you very much for asking me them. But for now, with this video coming to the end, again, thank you. And see you all again next time. And goodbye for now.